So David, what is the culture like among the supervisors, and how is your personal process of getting up to speed going?
The culture is great. I mean, I really appreciate everyone I work with. We have a lot of new people up there, not just the supervisors themselves, but also through staff. I mean, our county administrator is just completing our first year. Our county council was sworn in the same day I was sworn in, so he's new in the job. I was assistant prior to that, but and some of our department heads are also new. But I see that as a good thing in terms of having fresh eyes, new perspective, moving forward. So there's a great deal of respect and cooperation and moving forward on the same page. I appreciate that, but at the same time, there's a difference of opinion on occasion, and that's good to have too. And have your debates in public, let people know where you're coming from. So it's been great.
Mm-hmm. And what is your own agenda, or what are your priorities this year, and then in the long term?
Well, I think the big challenge, obviously, right now, is really trying to get through this budget cycle, just because it's really there's so many unknowns. I mean, 25% cuts in all departments is what the county administrator asked department heads to come back with. That's huge, and that's after last year's $60 million cuts in the year before 20. So that's $120 million over the course of 3 years. And we're, especially in health and human services, when times are bad, you're providing even more services. So caseloads go up, revenue goes down, tax levels, property taxes are down, sales tax are flat at best. Difficult times, difficult decisions, going to be really challenging. Trying to, get as up to speed with every department and understand every program that they have, so that when it comes time to talk about those programs at budget, really have intimate knowledge of that and understand the priority of those through the county, for me, is very important. But at the same time, there's lots of opportunities for collaboration. It's been one of them. I've reached out to every city in my district on what can we do, how can we work together in better ways. Our water issues are moving forward, the biological opinion implementation, our landfill issues. I serve on SWAG as well, the Solid Waste Advisory Committee. All those things are moving forward. I think we also have opportunities with parks, even, and joining with nonprofits to help, give us better access, to give us better, to really try to offset what the county can do and can't do. And I think there's great opportunities out there in spite of the poor economic times as well.
How's the county working through the impact that the state budget will have?
Yeah, the state budget, it's been interesting, and because I think what the county, first off, it's been great. Again, the county's leadership has been stellar. Supervisor Brown is on the realignment committee with the California Association of Counties, which means that we are right on the forefront of that. She's there helping make sure that the counties are left whole with whatever comes down our way. Politically, it's been difficult because the governor is not necessarily putting out a lot of specifics. It's been a lot of broad-based, criteria set forth, and we're not quite sure what that means to our budget. So I think what the reality of what's going to happen is that it's going to get thrown at us at the last minute. It's going to be hopefully negotiated through to a point where we can incorporate it into what we're doing in our budget. But at the same time, we can't wait for it. We have to move forward with knowing what we know now. But it's going to be an interesting year because there's going to be a lot of new and additional work that the county is going to provide, the state used to provide. I think we can provide it more economically. It's by some certain percent. It's not going to be half price what the state can do. So I think that we need to be realistic and hopefully keep the state, make sure the state leaves the counties whole for the long term and have a plan beyond the 5-year tax increase period.
Okay. And there have been a number of options to balance the budget, including taxes, layoffs, pension. What do you think the priority should be for balancing?
Well, I think everything's on the table. I mean, if there was an easy way to increase revenues and not hurt anyone, I think the board is open to that. There's been talk in our goal-setting session about the opportunity to look at the county right now does not have a business tax. So what does that mean? Who are we going to tax, what the amount is going to be, and what the total revenues are going to be. The TOT tax, the transit occupancy tax for the county, is a little bit below what is charged elsewhere. What opportunities are there to increase revenues, and what's the impact then to those businesses that would be charged that? We certainly don't want to do anything counterproductive and decrease revenues by increasing the tax in that front. So it's all on the table. I think people are looking at that and trying to get some real numbers back, have that discussion at budget time. Certainly with the $40 million deficit as we sit right now, knowing that the CAO asked for the 25% cuts, I think we'll end up around 18% or 20% overall. Some departments are going to take more, some less, depending on where their critical core services are, how they're affected. But that's what the board is going to have to decide. And at the same time, those opportunities for taxes will be on the table. I'd be a little leery about pushing forward for that without the public support. I think that you see that at the state level as well. I think that throwing everything out on the table, kind of having everything be bare and saying, here's what we have, here's the money we have, here's what we need to provide, how do we do it? And hopefully, people are open to that and understand that, and there won't be, no decision we make will be pleasant. It'll be the lesser of two evils, and I think there'll be a lot of angst going forward in the budget season. It's going to be tough.
Okay, thank you.